let's get right into this review for Die My Love. Alright, so Die My Love is directed by Lynn Ramsey and stars Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson in a thriller-esque drama screenplay. And to start off, I have to say I probably only saw the trailers for this film once during a pre-screening at the theaters, but nonetheless, I was incredibly excited through the preview, most in part due to the casting here. Then I proceeded to witness a highly original trailer that seemed unique in comparison to many of the cinematic experiences I've witnessed this year. So this was one of those films that I immediately knew I wanted to check out at the theaters. And now that I've seen the film, what did I think about the cinematic package here? I found this to be a flawed and messy experience. But before I dwell into the reasons why, let's go over some of the positives first. It's safe to say that the casting here was spot on. I thoroughly enjoyed Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson's performance in this film. They worked well together, and there are plenty of scenarios to showcase a high level of talent and understanding of their characters they envelop for this screenplay. I also enjoyed the aspect ratio utilized to shoot this film in order to make everything feel tighter in terms of perspective and all the chaos unfolding on screen. The sound design that fused with the visuals were also pretty spot on as well, especially since the film makes a purposeful choice of utilizing a ton of grating and frustrating soundscapes for you to endure throughout the acts in order to put you in the same page as the main character, Grace, in the film. The set locations and visuals paired well within all of the story beats, and there's a high level of attention to detail and a strong artistic vision, which I appreciated as the viewer. Now, as for the negatives to this cinematic experience, I think the biggest flaw for me was that this entire film was undeniably a slog to get through at various segments in this 1 hour and 58-minute runtime. A lot of the pieces to the puzzle don't necessarily connect in a cohesive and clear-cut manner. So most of the potent themes, concepts, and general story segments being explored here ended up being ambiguously frustrating to witness as the viewer. As a matter of fact, there were several points in the film where I was just completely out of the cinematic experience, and I felt disconnected to several of the pivotal story beats being shown. Also, this is undoubtedly one of the biggest slow burn films to come out this year, so anyone who struggles with those cinematic packages will have a hard time staying in focus with this one. I guarantee you. The film also doesn't necessarily have any likable characters or a ton of pleasant scenarios throughout the acts, which can make it that much harder to connect with the entire story presentation. And I'll be honest, by the end of my screening, I wasn't entirely sure what it was that I just witnessed until I did some post-screening pondering myself. It was during the critical thinking where several pieces of the puzzle did snap together, but yeah, at the end of the day, I just found a lot more cons than pros to the cinematic experience. My final score for Die My Love is 6 out of 10. This is going to be a very polarizing experience for viewers out there. I think if the trailers intrigued you to a certain extent, you should probably still give this a go at the theaters. This is more of an artistic medium in the form of a cinematic experience that won't necessarily work for everyone. There are some potent themes being explored here, but I just wish all of it came through in a bit more of a cohesive manner than what we're given with this film. Anyways, since we're checking this review out, I'll have more coming soon, so stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I shall see you on the next upload. Until then, stay safe out there, and peace.